Bike check. Bike check.
You're tuned into Bike Check, where the bike is the vehicle for liberation.
All right. You're watching Bike Check here tonight. You tuned in. I'm your host, Dan Kaufman, coming at you with an open mic and an open mind. And hey, I just realized I don't got my lights turned on behind me. Oh, somebody's Skyping in. Oh, it's Rev Phil Skyping in already at 9 o'clock. Holy cow, he's our guest for tonight. Holy cow. Hold on a second. Well, Reverend Phil, you're calling nice and early in the show here.
I'm not cooking by noon. There's something.
It sounds like fun over there, whatever you're doing.
Oh yeah, shit.
Christmas Eve.
Hey, Rev.
Hey, sorry.
Hey, can we call you back at about 9:15 or so? 9:20?
Sure thing.
All right. We will do that. Awesome. Thanks, man. Sounds like you got a party going on. Awesome.
Oh, yeah. We'll do our part.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, check out the show on crankmychain.tv. You can chat with us.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
All right. Cheers.
Ciao.
Cheers. All right. So, hey, that's our guest. It's good. I just sent him an email. I was like, oh, are you going to be around? You know, Reverend Phil is our special guest tonight. We haven't seen him in a while. He's been off doing his bicycle pornography tour all over Europe, and then now he's on the Orgasm Trail down through the South. Yeah, it's quite a thing. He's in Austin, Texas tonight. Sounds like he's having a good old time over there, and we'll be connecting with Rev Phil and talking about what bike porn, BikeSmut, whatever you want to call it. What is that? What does it mean? And we'll talk about liberating yourself by bicycle, liberating yourself sexually, all that kind of thing. So that should be exciting and interesting tonight. Always interesting conversation with Rev Phil, for sure. The good Reverend. I see we got Anime Lover 95 in the room. Excelente. Good to see you here. Kaufman 7's in the room. We've got 79 people kind of building up the room. So far, so good. I can tell you right now, we've got a whole slew of videos. I mean, boom, we're just going to have to show video, and they're all good. I spent a lot of time picking out these videos today. You're going to really like this stuff, I promise. And, yeah, tell your friends if they're watching too that you can log in. And as of tonight, Stickam has a new feature. You can log in with your Twitter account, your MySpace account, your Facebook account, your Stickam account. You can log in many varieties of ways. And then you can still turn on your camera so that we can see what you look like. So we'd love that if you come in the room, chat with us. That's the first thing we'd love. And number 2, turn on your camera. Number 3, call the show. 503-683-1666. I see we got Phil Sano in the room, logged in with Facebook. So that's a brand new feature. Excellent. Good to see you there. Phil Sano is also known as the Reverend Phil. And again, he's going to be our special guest tonight. So what else are we going to talk about tonight? We're going to be talking about, I got the list right here, as usual. And this helps a lot. We're going to talk about peak oil. What is peak oil? What does it mean? What does it matter? And should the Occupy movement be interested or concerned about peak oil? How is it related to Occupy? That's what I'm going to talk about tonight a little bit. And show a couple videos around that. Can a bicycle go faster than a jet airplane? Well, you'll find out later at the end of the show. That's our bike fun video. I'm going to play my song, I Am a Robot. I see Giro Protagonist is in the room. Good. We need a protagonist. I'll be the antagonist. You be the protagonist. And what else do we got here? I think that is gonna take us well into a full hour. So let's just get right to it. Outfitting the revolution. This is a new product that just came out. In fact, it's not out. It's being manufactured. Oh, there's the colored lights in the background. Awesome. Okay, yes, that makes all the difference in the world. Thank you. Thank you. This is a product that I haven't tried. So I'm not officially endorsing it, but I'm really interested in it. It's the BioLite. It's a camp cook stove. It's small. You can bring it backpacking and use it as a cook stove. You just gather twigs and put it inside, and it will charge up your USB devices and such. So, wow, really cool. And they have a bigger version one. So let's check out this video, and you can get your pre-order in right now if you think this might be helpful. I think it could be very helpful to a bike camper.
Clean energy is all around us. All we need are the right tools to make use of it. BioLite stoves are amazing tools that deliver clean cooking and electricity access using nothing but wood for fuel. Today we're excited to announce that the BioLite camp stove is in manufacture and will be ready for your next camping trips this summer. You can make sure you're one of the first people to get one by reserving it now at biolitestove.com.
It's been a really exciting evolution for us over the last year.
This is the first prototype that I put together.
Now we're 5 people full-time and 4 part-time. And it's pretty thrilling to see our inventions ready to go to market.
Based on 2 years of field testing and user feedback, we've made the camp stove even better. First and foremost, we have integrated USB phone and light charging on the product. Unlike solar, this is a true on-demand source of electricity. In addition, we've made the product smaller, easier to light, and more durable. We've taken the same technology inside of our camp stoves to create the BioLite home stove. Half the planet cooks on smoky, open fires, leading to nearly 2 million premature deaths every year. That's twice as many people as die from malaria. The home stove is able to reduce toxic smoke emissions by more than 90% while providing families with an affordable source of electricity to charge mobile phones and LED lights. Over the past year, we've completed field tests of the home stove on 4 continents and are getting ready to launch large-scale pilot programs in India, Ghana, Uganda, and Kenya in 2012. By purchasing a BioLite camp stove, you're not only getting an incredible cooking and charging device, you're supporting a company that's creating solutions to some of the world's most urgent health and environmental problems. From all of us here at BioLite, thanks again for your continued support. We really appreciate it.
All right. So that is the BioLite stove. I'm always interested in cool new technology like that. So check it out. You can get a pre-order in right now. I think they go for about $130, which is really good. It weighs about 2 pounds. It's not including fuel. It's about the size, as you saw in the video, of an Eugene bottle. Hopefully it cooks more than just marshmallows. So once I get one and try it out, then we'll let you know how it works. Maybe I can get them to let me do like a video for them or something like that. Yeah, seems pretty cool. Seems like a good thing to have. I can see some downsides to that product. One, if you're at a campground, a lot of times you are not allowed to pick up twigs and sticks and that kind of thing. If you were on a trip down the Grand Canyon, you wouldn't be able to use something like that. You have to bring in the fuel. But for a lot of situations, it would really be great. And the fact that you can charge up your devices or lights, that would be really kind of cool. So anyway, we'll check that out. If you go to the website again, you can make a pre-order if you're interested. And yeah, so that is the BioLite stove. And we're going to go now quickly to the news from the occupation. In Eugene, Oregon, they've been camping since October 15th. It's one of the largest continually operating occupations in the country that's left. They have about 150 tents, 2 geodesic domes, and 1 cabin. It looks like they're getting evicted. They did have a waiver to stay there till January 11th, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen. So unfortunate to hear that our sisters and brothers down in Eugene, just a couple hours down the road from Portland, are getting the boot. So we'll see how that goes. It went through the city council. I know there's a lot behind it, and I hope that, I hope we can come up with some ideas so that people can occupy. At first I thought, well, it'd be better to not have these camping situations. But after visiting the camps, after talking to people, talking to homeless people and that kind of thing, you realize, and just the whole occupation itself, the whole idea is that we're staying put and we're going to figure this out. Now, there is legal precedent that this is free speech. This is being done as a protest as well. It's not just camping for the sake of camping. And so by shutting down these protests, these municipalities are shutting down our First Amendment right to free speech and free expression. And here in Oregon, we have free expression. So this might be something that we can eventually get overturned if we can get some good attorneys on that. And I know attorneys like Stu Sugarman here in Portland with the National Lawyers Guild are trying to get these kind of things overturned. And I have a video on that, but we're not going to show that today. You can check it out at my website, crankmychain.com, or you can check it out at YouTube/PDXKTV. And PDXKTV, by the way, is my handle on Twitter. So there you go. Let's see. Looks like Pastex. Somebody came in the room and then left a link and then left. Okay, well, that's nice. That's sure nice. Thanks. Hopefully you had a really good show. That's just not cool. Come in and talk. We got stuff to talk about. You can send your links. You can pimp whatever you want around here. We don't care. But, come on. Don't just, do a drive-by spam bomb on us. Give me a break. I'll have to look him up after the show. Pastextence. All right. Yeah, we'll check it out. Yeah, and then Kaufman7 says, yeah, Eugene police are worse than Portland. Yeah, they really are. Just some good old boys. Actually, not some good old boys. Some bad old boys who like to beat hippies' heads. Although they've been cool so far from what I've heard in Eugene, so we'll see. Rev Phil's testing us out. We got both FaceCrack and Google Plus as ways to log in. I see Zed Bailey's in the room. Zed, right on. Good to see you. Love to see your video. Fire up your video, Zed. I know you can do it. Phil, we'll be firing up your Skype, so don't worry about firing up your video on our Stickam player right now. Woot, woot, and whoop, whoop. Mayor Bud Clark, yeah. Where are you when we need you, buddy? Okay. Well, I'd say it's time to get to our video of the day, and this is Reverend Phil Italiano. Okay, so Rev Phil, we're going to be talking to him about his trip through Europe recently. Rev Phil is like the Jerry Lewis of Italy when it comes to pornography and bicycle pornography specifically. They love him in Italy. They love bicycle pornography in Italy. So that's pretty darn cool. They've embraced him, and this video proves it. Now, if you speak Italian, you're going to love this video. If you can't speak Italian, well, listen for the English when Rev Phil speaks, and then they actually translate it too. It's really pretty cool. It's a pretty sexy little video, and but it was on Italian television, so I think it can be on the internet at 9 o'clock Pacific time, 12 o'clock East Coast time. We'll see if it gets us in any trouble. All right, here we go. Phil Italiano style. BikeSmut.
Siamo qua con le nostre bici, con le nostre spillette, con la voglia di fare una serata decisamente diversa dal solito. Questa manifestazione è stata portata a Milano per ridefinire insieme le oscenità.
Il BikeSmut Festival debutta sulle piste d'Europa e come prima tappa italiana ha scelto la cascina torchiera di Milano. Cortometraggi, workshop ed esibizioni live, tutto giocato attorno ai temi del ciclismo e dell'erotismo.
È un festival che celebra la sensualità della bicicletta e celebra il rapporto carnale che ogni ciclista ha con il suo mezzo di acciaio o di altre leghe. L'unico tra i mezzi di trasporto e tra gli oggetti quotidiani con cui si ha un rapporto realmente carnale. Il nostro corpo si compenetra con lui e i punti di contatto con la bicicletta spesso coincidono anche con le zone erogene, le zone genitali, per cui è realmente una partner.
Veramente straordinario e niente, bellissimo.
È divertentissimo.
Un posto da fuori di testa, però ben vengano questi posti, piuttosto che Moody, Standard & Poor's e tutte quelle cose lì e quello che succede a Milano. Qua c'è la vera alternativa, c'è la vera arte, c'è la vera il domani.
Sì, a me l'hanno consigliato degli amici che volevano venire a tutti i costi.
È sexy, andare in bici è sexy.
Veniamo da Varese e che non c'è mai nulla che ti sconvolge, invece questo qui è...
Non mi aspettavo che ci fosse così tanta gente. Probabilmente c'è voglia di parlare di desiderio e di piacere e c'è anche una comunità di amanti delle biciclette, della mobilità sostenibile, non indifferente.
Ti è caduta la vodka sulla mutanda arancione.
Quindi adesso devi comprarla.
Mi sa di sì.
Kermesse presenziata anche dalle menti del BikeSmut, nato 4 anni fa in America da un gruppo di giovani artisti di Portland, nell'Oregon, e che da allora ha pedalato in centinaia di città attraverso tutto il Nord America.
The Italian people have chosen to appreciate these
Gli
incredibly
italiani hanno scelto di vivere questa incredibile esperienza. Due cose semplicissime che fanno tutti, andare in bici e fare sesso, vengono combinate insieme in una maniera indimenticabile stasera per chiunque si trovi qui.
for all who are here.
I've been working with them for about a year.
È un anno che lavoro con loro, sono una drag queen, ma mai prima d'ora mi ero esibita in Europa. Ho partecipato anche ad alcuni video che sono girati da registi professionisti di ogni parte del mondo.
By filmmakers from all over the world.
Particolare e diverso dai soliti porno.
Sì, molto bello, molto bello.
Molto interessante.
La bicicletta come oggetto di desiderio, compagna dei propri giochi più sexy. Il BikeSmut Festival vuole svelare nuove forme di piacere con le due ruote per protagoniste, riprendendosi le strade della città e dei propri desideri, mollando i freni alla fantasia.
Le stesse sensazioni che hai quando vai in bicicletta, no? Sensazione di libertà.
La 2 giorni si conclude in un altro centro sociale milanese, la Fornace di Rho.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty sweet there. And we're calling Reverend Phil right now. You can hear us.
Pretty sweet there. And we're calling Reverend Phil right now. You can hear us.
Oh, we're in an infinite loop. Phil, can you turn your audio down?
You've reached an infinite loop of Skype-G.
Ah!
You've reached an infinite loop of Skype-G.
Dude, you got to turn your speakers off, bro.
Well, that'll be exciting for you.
Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. Maybe you can have your headphones or something. I'm not sure how we'll do this. But anyway, I can't see the video, though, on Skype. Are we...
Skype, are we...
There's me.
I think I solved the problem.
Okay, we've solved the audio problem, and let's see if we can solve the video problem. So let's hook this little window up here anyway. Okay, there we are. And if we get your video, then that'll be good. We can see your Bike Porn 2 decal there, and we can see me in the little corner in a very small amount. So, you know, your voice is so great, and maybe Kirsten can look up a picture or something. I don't know.
Thank you. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. You know, this is only my second time I've been using Skype with you.
Yep.
After this morning?
This morning was the first time. There's nothing like the first time, Phil. I really
Well, let's take the audience back.
Well, I called you this morning. You weren't wearing a shirt.
There was more sun.
You said you'd just taken a shower. You were
No. That was days ago. But you know, I consider that to be recent enough.
You smelled very fresh.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, is there any way we can get your video to come up? Do you have any ideas there why it's not coming up? Can you quit out of other programs, or we just get? My engineer says, you know what? Move right along, Kaufman.
Well,
I really want to see your face, for crying out loud. I mean, that's part of this whole thing.
I concur. Let's just try one more time.
Okay.
I'll hang up.
Okay. He's going to call back. There he goes. Click over to Skype. And answer.
I bet technology.
Oh, yeah, there we is. Okay. Love it.
But now I can't see you.
We're working on it. Hello, my friend. It's been a while. Yeah. Hey, we did it. See?
Yeah, right? Who knew?
I knew. I never doubted it for a second.
Well, welcome to we're here in the Lone Star State.
Yeah, so you're coming out of Austin. I like the wood paneling in the background. That's nice.
Yeah, well, you should see some of the crazy art we have here. You know, there's a videotape on the wall behind me. I don't think you have to invert the.
Is that like a gold videotape?
Right.
It's
inverted for you, probably.
999 shot.
Right.
Awesome. So you are on the Orgasm Trail. What is that similar to like the Okashani Trail, or what exactly is the Orgasm Trail?
Wow, do you remember playing the Oregon Trail as a child on PC computers?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, this was basically our journey. You know, we have been traveling around trying to do lots of things to encourage people to enjoy their lives more, you know, possibly kill God.
Kill? Wow.
No, this is just an Onion article, I believe. But the point thing was that, we realized that, like, most film festivals are interesting and all. They try to be ways of engaging the audience, but we needed to find some way of really getting people to use their own voices and to see themselves as part of a journey. And to do so, we wanted to get them to have some choices to be made during the process of watching movies. And so we're like, well, how great would it be if while they're sitting and listening to these movies that they'll actually be like advocating for the things that they want and get them.
And what kind of movies do they want? Because I mean, you're a pornographer, aren't you?
Yeah, bicycle pornography.
And so what is bicycle porn?
It's a good question. I've been trying to find the answer for 5 years.
Well, I mean, we've contributed some bike porn. In fact, I see the Zed in the room where we collaborated on the, what was the name of that? The oil monster dinosaur Lego.
Drill Baby Drill.
Drill Baby Drill. Hey, high five to Zed. Yeah. And that was our bike porn, Lego bike porn. We've done other bike porn videos as well. I mean, do you have like actual pornography? I mean, like what we would think of pornography, you know, like penetration, that kind of thing. Is that?
I guess that's why a lot of people, you know, define the terms. But the whole point of this is to actually allow for a greater number of people to define for themselves what is and is not pornography. I mean, because the whole point of obscenity is to make it a community standard. And we've come to this point where we're like, back in the day, if you lived in a place like New York or San Francisco, and these were very permissive cultures compared to other smaller communities that didn't have these populations of people who were coming there for the freedom of expression that they demanded. But now, the global community being as connected as it is a lot more challenging, trying to define what obscenity is and is not. And how do you allow those who want to have access to that information and at the same time prevent people from being offended? Now, the Constitution doesn't have an amendment that says you don't have the right to be offended. There's nothing about that. So those rights are
want
actually,
that right. I want that right because,
a
lot of times
when
when we talk, you've offended me on numerous occasions.
I try.
And I would like the right for you not to offend me.
Yeah. Well.
And if you do, then I think you should be pepper sprayed and with the glasses taken off first.
Oh. I'll just take off my flannel. So remove one aspect of my otherwise Northwest.
It's getting hot in here. So, okay. So now when it comes to bike porn, are we talking, what kind of, are the bikes actually doing porn?
In the past 5 years, I've never defined what is and is not bike porn. What I said is that if it makes me want to ride a bike or makes me want to have sex, then it's probably good enough to share with others, and hopefully it will make them want to do the same.
Is there any political aspect to this?
Sure, all sorts.
So okay, what about does it have to be what you think is hot? I know you've got a thing for. Well, we can't really talk about it here, but you know what I mean. Does it have to be what Rev Phil thinks is hot, or what?
Well, we've only denied 2 entries to bike porn ever because they weren't about bikes or sex. A good friend of mine was like, I want to just keep making movies for you, and made a bunch of movies. And one movie made, was about a person on a tricycle and then was biking around. And eventually, I think at the end of a 6-minute movie, there was a shot where if you paused it, you could tell he was urinating out of a tricycle. And I decided, well, that's an interesting movie, but it doesn't convey very much. It was just kind of something to do. And I was like, oh, well, that's kind of funny. But really, I want to have people's own ideas be pushed a little bit. We need to be able to figure out where we are, where our limitations are so that we can define them for ourselves. The thing is, if we don't define obscenity for ourselves, we're de facto allowing places like Walmart, Best Buy, to define them for us because they're the means by which, AOL, Time Warner, they say that you can't watch this, and then you can't watch this. And I don't really want AOL, Time Warner defining for me obscenity.
I'd have to agree. I wouldn't want Wall Street either. In fact, because they might be obscene as well. That goes to a good video that I'd like to show. I've got a couple videos I want to show you tonight, Phil, that I think you may have seen, but I think that they help spur the conversation on a little bit. I see we have a video up here, Jace 2007. That is a pretty dope-looking suite you have there, and those might be LPs stacked up underneath the picture of you, Rev. I like this. This is really good. Jace, welcome to the room. And past existence, if you come in here and drop one of your little bombs again, I swear to God. But anyway, well, I won't swear to God because that might be considered obscene. So, yeah, Jace, right on. We are live. This is fully live. We got a couple videos we want to show you right now. And you can check out the Drill Baby Drill video. Zed just put that up. It's at you. Oh, you put it up somewhere?
Whoa!
Oh, wow. I didn't know it was up. Okay, well, it's up.
Shit's been busted.
Busted. The secret is out. Okay. You know what? Real quick, before we show this video, Giro Protagonist said that one of the things that's going on in Occupy is that they're doing what's called drunk drops, where the cops will pick up drunks and drop them at Occupy, and this has been happening in Eugene. If you've heard about this, let me know.
Curious. Well, so the idea being is that it's your problem now?
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Or is it as a wait reason for them to say, oh, there's a drunk person, and so we need to take care of this problem?
Right, and so what better group than Occupy to deal with than drunks?
Well, this would be a pretty great movie to be able to share if you could show it.
Well, I don't know if it's a movie or not, but I mean,
clearly, first-person testimony counts for something, and when a drunk person's, picked up and then released, they're probably going to want to talk about what just happened to them.
Yeah,
if they're coherent enough to actually speak the words.
No, I think it's very interesting. I mean, in Portland, definitely, I think a lot of things were allowed to go on that would not be allowed anywhere else to go on, and then they blame it on Occupy. It's like, people getting robbed or, just
there was a rape that happened several weeks ago that we've been ignoring, but we definitely only now had enough manpower because Occupy was slowing us up.
Oh, well, there was that too. Yeah, of course. Yes. So this just adds on to the litany of ridiculousness that we have to deal with. Okay, well, let's go to a great video. This is a comedian, and let's see. Let me point this one out to you. Do you know which one I'm talking about? We're just going to see part of this clip from this comedian. No. Bill Hicks. So this is Bill Hicks. I actually found this on the BikeSmut website.
We gotta have an enemy. Rock, drugs, we're so miserable. What's the enemy? Got it. Pornography. That's it. Yeah. Tremor through the room. Problem with pornography basically is this. No one knows what it is. Other than that, we got a real good grasp on the situation. We know it's bad, we just can't figure out what the fuck it is. Supreme Court says pornography is any act that has no artistic merit and causes sexual thoughts. That's their definition. No artistic merit causes sexual thoughts.
That's really good. He's Houston.
We can hear you, Rev.
Commercial on TV to me. When I see those two twins on that Double Mint commercial, I'm almost embarrassed to tell you this. I ain't thinking about gum. Double your pleasure, double that fun. Yeah, honey, where's the Wrigley's? I feel like chewing on something. Every commercial. Here's a commercial they'd like to do. If they could, they'd do it. Here is the ultimate television commercial, and we might see it one day yet. Here's the woman's face. Beautiful. Camera pulls back, naked breast. Camera pulls back, she's totally naked. Legs apart, 2 fingers right here. And it just says, drink Coke. Now, I don't know the connection, but I'm drinking lots of fucking Coke. Snickers. Dr. Pepper. No, I don't know the connection. Yes, I'm buying these fucking products. But what does that say about us, man? Causes sexual thoughts as a subject of fear. Causes sexual thoughts. Yeah, so, and what?
All right. You still there, Rev? Okay, he's coming back.
I am here.
Okay. There's a whole lot more to that video, and it's funny. And but I really like that. No artistic value and causes sexual thoughts. Sounds like American television advertising. You talked a little bit earlier. We talked a little bit earlier. We had that conversation this morning, and you had mentioned the thing about. I like what you were talking about in terms of taking control of your transportation and taking control of your sexuality is a way to disconnect from this paradigm of these expectations that we have about what is right and what is beautiful and what is sexy and how we should go, and the car commercial telling us how we should look and what we should buy and what we should drive. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more? Do you remember that part of the conversation?
No, I don't know. You're doing a pretty good job right there.
Yeah, I know. In fact, maybe I filled it all in the blanks there, but I think you said it much better than I did.
Well, basically, so BikeSmut travels around. We want to encourage and engage with people on many different levels and allow them to have an opportunity to have a forum where they previously wouldn't. Like making a movie is not hard these days, right? Because clearly you're making a movie right now. Stickcam is a really cool feature that allows people to be sharing movies and doing all sorts of exciting things. Every laptop, every cell phone, they all have the ability to actually capture images and share them, right? So challenge is actually not in making a movie, it's really in distribution. Who's going to watch it, how are they going to watch it, what are they going to take from it? Because if they're only sitting down, for 30 seconds, well, it's really sad that you made a feature-length movie that no one's willing to sit through because you didn't have the channels of distribution, and those channels are tightly guarded. For typical distribution, you have to go out and be a filmmaker. You have to be like, I'm going to put it up and go to Cannes or go to Sundance or go to any of these film festivals and just keep going hobnobbing for a couple of years, hoping you make connections and praying that you get the right kind of media exposure and that people show up and have it. That's the big thing, and it's a big waste. There's a lot of good art there, but it's most of it's just washed under the bridge. And meanwhile, we have tons of lowest common denominator art. The people who are creating things that's mostly on television, and most of the media, it just appeals to our most lizard brain functions. And we'd love to be able to come away with something like porn. You think that's the worst because it really just takes your vulnerability. You're this is what I'm supposed to be attracted to. This is what I'm really into. Okay, this is what's sexy, and then just kind of leaves you hanging and well, that's it. It's transient. Porn in your eye holes and out your pee hole. And that's it. That's all you got. Rather than having something that's actually meaningful and can actually make you feel like you're glad you experienced something more than 5 seconds after you're done experiencing it, and have it resonate. And that's the thing that really good art can do. And having the topics about owning your own transportation, owning your own sexuality, that's a really important, powerful thing. So we get submissions from all over the world, and then we try and bring people together to experience them, and we show them how sexy bikes can be, and we show them how bikey sex can be, right? We take either dimension from it, because some people are bikers who are oh, I love sex, and some people are perverts who are oh, I like bikes.
So you're liberating people then? Are you bringing liberating
Well, here's
art?
the thing. Bicycles free us from the boundaries of a car, right? So if you're out and you're able to control your own transportation, then you don't need to be regularly paying for gas from people who are regularly killing people in order to get that oil. And by being able to make your own erotic films and being able to control that degree of your own sexuality by redefining your own obscenity, you free yourselves from the capitalist ideals of pornography. So you reclaim your own agency over your daily lives and defeat your patriarchal appropriation of your bodies.
Oh, I love it. And that's to me, that's liberating Main Street, which is, you talk about Occupy Wall Street, the corollary to that is liberating Main Street. And here we are. And that's what you're doing, and that's why I love bicycle pornography. And if you get a chance to see this show, this film festival, if you will, that's on the 5th. We're on the 5th one now, and you're coming back to Portland in February. So that gives me the feeling that there might be a 6th one in the works. Is that true?
It's true. Well, we have no reason to stop. I mean, we've got lots of really excited people who keep on wanting to make us great movies, and we might be finding new ways of sharing them. I mean, the fact, like, the limitation has been how much are we able to travel. And, you know, in order to accommodate all the people to watch the movies, we've had to, like, do most of our traveling by car, which is...
Well, I propose, and I don't have any problem with you traveling by car. You know, I'm not one of these people who wants to see everybody be 99.44, especially when we're in a world of .44. But I would like to see us do a bike porn tour, and I'd like to come on it and do my show and tag along with you and do it by bike. Bring the trike. We can, you know, bring cargo bikes. We can get around, can't we?
I would hope so.
All right.
I mean, it's just a question of timing.
Timing.
And if we can make the timing happen, you know, if we can give ourselves the time, and we can give ourselves the deadlines, we can make, you know, our bodies move, then we can make beautiful things happen.
Well, first the idea, then we'll figure out the hurdles.
Logistics.
After that. That's right. Rev, it's great having you here. I'm hoping you're going to come back real soon on to BikeCheck, because we could just talk, and we've got great subjects. I've got old videos that you and I made of Zoo Bomb. We could talk about our exploits back then. We could talk about Shift. We can talk about bike fun. Of course, we can talk about bike porn and show really cool videos, as long as they don't violate the terms of use agreement with.
Yeah, when you asked for movies earlier today, I was kind of limited in what I could.
Yeah, I went through and looked at some of them, but the Italiano one, that one's pretty good. Well, hey, I've got a bike music video. I wouldn't call it bike porn necessarily, but I could certainly see it in your tour. I think you've seen it as BreezeE, and
BreezeE.
This is fun stuff. So we'll check it out, and we'll say goodnight to you. Have fun with your guests there, or wherever you're at, and the party there.
Should I introduce you to our friends?
I would love that. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we'll do an old tour. Yeah, there's one really hot bike over here in the corner that I haven't got a chance to show off yet.
Okay.
It's kind of nice. This is a sort of a guest. He's been hanging out with me in a room. And the makings of a puzzle over here. So we're at like the one of the geekiest homes in all of Austin. Anyone here wanted by any criminals or possibly in the witness protection program?
No.
All right. What? Maybe. All right. So this is possibly the geekiest home in all of Austin. And we have a massive mustache defining the place. And also...
oh, yeah.
Black Metal Santa.
Black Metal Santa.
Woo! Ho, ho, ho.
Right. Say hello to Portland, everyone.
Hi, Portland. Hi, Portland.
Portland says hello. Love from the bike swarm.
Ciao. Ciao now.
All right. Cheers. We'll see you soon. Occupy your bike. All right. Well, let's show BreezeE. Here we go.
I got bikes from the ceiling to the floor. I got bikes from the ceiling to the floor. I got bikes from the ceiling to the floor. I got bikes. Weaving in and out of traffic, ain't no need to panic. No, I'm not in my car, I don't drive an automatic. I need something more organic, light frame that is metallic. Yeah, it's my Fuji feather and I'm really bout it. Don't bike race, I bike chase. Ride my bike till I'm first place. Cruise past Ferraris and I move with more grace than a cheetah. Pretty face just to beat ya. And when I bike chase, I bring a speedometer. Pedal, 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 and I hike the booty. Then I zoom, 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 I zoom, 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 zoom. Pedal, 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 and I hike the booty. Then I cruise by you, I cruise by you. You can't catch me. Then I zoom, 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 I zoom, zoom, zoom. Pedal, 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 and I hike the booty. Then I cruise by you, I cruise by you. I'm a little cocky when I ride through your hood. Don't use a bike lane, cause to me it's all good. If you don't ride a bike, don't even be in my crew, because bikes are the only transportation we use. Call me BreezeE on the Autobahn, going 101. Can't see what I'm doing, but you smelling my blood. So buy some quick and shift gears with your stick. I'm still cruising by you, saying BreezeE legit. I'll lose you like in quicksand, I'm in high demand. All the guys want to ride bikes while they holding my hand, but you can't catch me. fit to match it. Why you going slow? Our speed difference is drastic. When I see a boyfriend on a bike, I gotta have it. When I see a boyfriend on a bike, I gotta grab it. Take him on my bike and romance him and pants him. I be demanding, take your shirt off. Do what I say when you're rolling with the boss, but you can't catch me. Then don't try, 'cause I fly by and I'll pedal, 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 and I hike your booty up and I'll zoom, 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 I zoom, 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 zoom. You can't catch me. Then don't try, 'cause I fly by and I'll pedal, 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 and I hike your booty up and I cruise by you, I cruise by you. I got bikes from the ceiling to the floor from all my bike career boyfriends before. I got Bianchis, Peugeots, Chanellis, Fuji's. If I'm riding hands-free, it's 'cause I'm rolling doobies for my girlies. And all my jelly hoes, we lookin' so fierce, so use caution on the road. Oh, use caution on the road. And with that, BreezeE one must go. You can't catch me. Then don't try, 'cause I fly by and I'll pedal, 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 and I hike the booty up and I'll zoom, 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 I zoom, 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 zoom. I got bikes from the ceiling to the floor from all. I got bikes from the ceiling to the floor from all. I got bikes from the ceiling to the floor from all my bike career boyfriend before.
All right, BreezeE. Oh, we're still on Skype here. Let's switch that over real quick to one more thing. There we go. All right. Hi, I'm your host, Dan Kaufman, and this is BikeCheck. With an open mic and an open mind, we come from Portland, Oregon. We're talking about bicycles and revolution and evolution. You know, the thing about revolution I don't like is it just goes round and round, right? Evolution moves you up. So I think we've been doing a bit of devolution, Devo. Oh, I love those guys. And I got a song coming up at the end of the show that's, I think, inspired by them that I wrote called I Am a Robot. Shoot, we got a lot of ground to cover. I was going to talk about peak oil. I don't want to bum anybody out, but you know what? Peak oil is a serious subject, and I think it's something that Occupy needs to look at. Think about this. The Federal Reserve has been around for a long time. Capitalism has been around for a long time. Greedy bankers, Wall Street, all that crap, it's all been around for a long time. What is different about 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011? I'll tell you what I think is different. Peak oil. I think we've experienced peak oil, and now that we do not have that infinite supply of cheap energy, the people are scooping it up. They're taking it. They're taking their bits that they can get, and they're trying to get as much as they can while they can, and the rest are finding that they're left behind, and they're realizing that has happened, and so that is why we see Occupy Wall Street. That is why Occupy Wall Street is happening. I think that's it's concerning, and if we understand that peak oil and energy is the key, then we can understand how to get through this. Peak oil has happened. It's all downhill now. There's a lot of oil left, folks, and that means people who are in the positions of power are going to try to slowly just milk that train. In fact, they get more power. They can charge more money for it. But the truth of it is we passed peak oil. It's pretty clear. Even with the recession that's happening, the price of gas has gone up. And there's some movies out there that you should check out. One in particular is called Collapse. It's kind of depressing in a way because it's scary in a way. But I think there's an opportunity. I'm going to show you another video really quick that kind of has a positive spin. Let's watch this. Let's see if we can get through all this in the next 11 minutes.
We are all collectively responsible for what may be the greatest preventable Holocaust in the history of planet Earth. I have 30 years of experience as an investigative journalist. I've broken major scandals, going out to try and map how the world really worked as opposed to the way we were told it worked. Our map has proven deadly accurate. My economic predictions, we had it so right. In 2006, we said, get out of debt right now. Check your mortgage carefully. We issued a whole series of warnings.
There will be nothing
like we have ever seen before. Everything that we said was going to happen is taking place right now. Gold prices, Pakistan, Afghanistan, the stock market. It's not that Bernie Madoff was a pyramid scheme. The whole economy is a pyramid scheme. Of course I've been called a conspiracy theorist, but I don't deal in conspiracy theory, I deal in conspiracy fact. The mortal blow to human industrialized civilization will happen when oil prices spike and nobody can afford to buy that oil, and everything will just shut down. Unlike the Great Depression, we do not have infinite resources. Nothing grows forever. There is a cycle: birth, growth, maturation, decline, and death. Cars don't run. Mail stops getting delivered. Planes don't fly. Law enforcement stops working. This is all part of the collapse. If you're in a camp and a bear attacks, you don't have to be faster than the bear. You only have to be faster than the slowest camper. The challenge being faced by the human race now is either evolve or perish, grow up or die. You have to believe, not hope, not pray that there's a way out of it, and you're going to find it.
All right, that's Collapse, and I would recommend if you've got Netflix, check it out. I see that some folks in the room, Jace has seen it. Yes, not just cars. One of the scariest things about oil and our use of oil is that we use it for fertilizing our food. And the tractors that run on it, and the combines, and all the agricultural system that we have set up is super fuel intensive. We count on it. It's the modern agriculture system that we have. And some might say that agriculture system is not good for us, is not healthy for us. So, although it's producing a lot of food. So, I mean, there's some questions about it and what would happen when we run out of it. One place you can look is Cuba. Now, they didn't have like a peak oil. They had just a flat out drop off. They experienced where they were getting 14 tons of petroleum a month or whatever it was. It went down to 4. So they got wiped out, and they had their whole agriculture and all the machines and everything running off of oil. So we can look to them at how do they solve the problem. I would say in some ways their advantage is that it happened immediately, so they had to fix it immediately, and they're isolated. But maybe there's some lessons that we can learn from that. So let's check out this video. It's about 2 minutes long, and this is about what Cuba did when they had their oil crisis in the 90s.
Our industrial progress and economic growth was fired by what many seem to look on as endless energy.
Oil is finite, natural gas is finite, coal, uranium, so there's going to be a peak for all of these, and peak oil is just the beginning.
Right now, we're consuming about 5 barrels of oil for every one that we discover.
I don't see that countries who depend largely on imported oil are thinking about alternative sources of energy. They are just planning for the next week.
The effect on our culture could be extreme. Our economy and our way of life are based on consuming oil and other fossil fuels.
We're flying blind. And so we need examples of what's the best way to do it, what's not so good. Cuba has already undergone a kind of energy famine.
In 1990, everything changed. There was nothing.
It was really a crash.
Buses stopped running, factories closed, electricity blackouts were common, and food was scarce. People almost starved.
We were desperate for everything. We just need food. It doesn't matter what you bring, we will buy it.
How they can survive if they don't have anything? Okay, come here and you can see how we can survive.
When this all began, it was a necessity. People had to start cultivating vegetables wherever they could.
Crises or changes or problems can trigger many of these things. We are adapting to changes.
And that's the success of the human beings.
All right, so after seeing Collapse, it's nice to have, or seeing the preview for Collapse, so it's nice to have a positive there. And that shows how communities, when you think about this stuff, that you can improve things, that there are ways to cope with this, and that we don't have to go into some sort of situation where we all have to arm ourselves until we run out of rations. That's not the way it's going to work, folks. We're going to see shortages and things. We're going to see that's what's going to happen with peak oil, and it's going to come slowly. But we can make the decision, and that is the power of the people to lead and to make the decision that we need to move away from this. And one simple way that we can do this is to ride our bicycles. It's not the only solution. It's not the full solution, but it's something that an individual can just do. You can't change how farmers are going to grow their food. You can't change the fact that our products are all, made in some other country. You can't change the fact that we have a Federal Reserve immediately. We need to look at those things. We need to change and improve those things. But what you can do is right now get on your bike, and then you can advocate for better systems so that more people can get on their bikes. And then that reduces our need for fuel and that kind of thing. So I really think this is something that Occupy needs to look at. And I think it's something that individuals need to consider, and we need to start, riding our bikes and growing food in our properties, organic, and supporting organic farmers. And in the long run, that'll pay off if you know how to ride a bike, if you know how to fix a bike, if you know how to grow food organically on your own property or near your own home, if you've created a network of farmers and ranchers and dairy people or whatever, those things are going to help sustain. Or even better yet, going vegan. There's a lot less fuel consumption in that as well. So some things to think about. Looks like we have, this is some scary stuff, but it's also an opportunity. I think we can look at it as a positive, a point to where we can grow. And yes, in Occupy LA, they have a sample garden. They were trying to do some of that in Portland, although I think it got a bit late in the season, and of course everything got shut down. So when things get back, the government is going to help us? No. Well, if it's truly a government of the people, by the people, for the people, which we hope never perishes from the earth, although I'm afraid that it kind of is perishing right now. If the government is the people as it should be, then it will work for all of us. If the government is just a tool for crony capitalists who have all the wealth but only account for a very teeny tiny bit of the population, then it's not going to work for us. So that's pretty much the show for today. There was one more video I wanted to show. Let me check real quick what it was. Okay, let's the bicycle versus airplane. Can a bike beat an airplane? We're going to have to save that one. We'll save that one for next week sometime. And I'm going to do my song and close this out here. So this song's called I Am a Robot. It's a song. This song changed my life. It really did. It really made me kind of redefine what's important to me. And it's interesting. If you listen to the words, you'll see how I've kind of bought into a lot of it. And disconnected and recreated and redesigned, and okay, it's called I Am a Robot. Here we go. Turn the volume down a little bit. I see the engineers plugging their ears. I am a robot. I play the guitar. Beep, beep. I am a robot. I drive in my car. Beep, beep. I am a robot. I watch the TV. Beep, beep. I am a robot. It tells me what to be. Beep, beep. I am a robot. A Robot 7,042,000,000. Plug in your cable, got a message for you. We have no need for you to be a star. Put down that 6-string and get another car. Buy another car. I am a robot, I play the guitar, beep, beep, I am a robot, I drive a used car, beep, beep, I am a robot, I killed my TV, beep, beep, I am a robot, can't tell me what to be, beep, beep, I am a robot. Hey, robot disconnected from the tube, we know you're out there and we know just what you do. I am a robot, I play the guitar, beep, beep, I am a robot with the new kind of car, beep, beep, I am a robot, we make the TV, beep, beep, I am a robot, we're cutting all the robots free, I am a robot. Hey robot, you're acting like a freak, you can't or cog, you'll be back within a week, you cannot stop us no matter how you try, we own the signal and we're beaming out the lie, beaming out the lie. I am a robot, I play the guitar, beep, beep, I am a robot, already a star, beep, beep, I am a robot, with new circuitry, beep, beep, I am a robot, it's all set up to let me, it's all set up to let me, it's all set up to let me, beep, 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 I am a robot. I'm a robot, and it's now time to press the robot button and say goodnight for tonight. We'll be back on Monday, 9 o'clock, Monday through Thursday, Pacific time. It's Bike Check. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks, everybody, for being in the room. We love you. We really do. Bike ride, you won't believe your eyes. Going on a naked bike ride, it's a full moon surprise. Going on a naked bike ride, got the wind blowing through my hair. Going on a naked bike ride, 'cause it feels so good down there.